Lock it in with Cam Rogers as we enter conference championship weekend. The Ravens, my Ravens, are in the conference championship, the AFC Championship, for the first time since our Super Bowl run 2012 when we beat New England. So really excited to watch my Ravens battle the Chiefs. And then on the NFC side, we have the Lions battling the 49ers. Cam Rogers with you. Follow me on social media, Cam Rogers Live. Plenty of bonus content on all of my socials. If you did not already, check out my interview with Glover Quinn. Really good insight from him. I will be talking to Jonathan Stewart, legendary running back for the Carolina Panthers, tomorrow. This show will be my picks against the spread for both games, and then my picks on the totals. I feel really good about the totals and the Ravens-Chiefs game. The 49ers and Lions game, I'm less confident about in terms of the spread, but we're going to go ahead and tackle it anyway. Be sure to subscribe to the show, tell your friends, all that good stuff. New episode of Believe Me is actually out right now on the podcast feed, so check that out. Casey Hudson, Brandon Lang, and yours truly. I will be out at Radio Row for Super Bowl week. Casey will, as well as Brandon. So we will do our show on site. Really excited for that. All right, let's get into it. AFC Championship, Chiefs, Ravens. Ravens laying 3 and a hook. The over-under is 44.5 as we stand. If you are a Chiefs fan, you have to be concerned how you got pushed around versus the Bills. The Bills should have won that game. This defense gives up 4.5 yards per rush. They gave up 4.7 yards per rush to the Bills a week ago. The Ravens are third in the NFL in rush EPA. You see where I'm going with this. Patrick Mahomes can only take you so far. You have to stop the run at some point, especially against Lamar Jackson and company. So the writing is on the wall a little bit. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is Superman, and he can get you to an AFC championship. But can he beat a team that is prolific at running the football, and then, by the way, has the best pass defense in the NFL, second best red zone defense in the NFL, and the Chiefs are 19th in red zone touchdown percentage? Listen, credit to Kansas City. They did not have a pretty season, and yet here they are, courtesy of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, that secondary, and Andy Reid. But they're playing the big boys now. The Bills have been perennial chokers in the playoffs for years. Yes, Lamar Jackson has had his issues in the playoffs, but John Harbaugh is different than Sean McDermott. Coaching upgrade from McDermott to Harbaugh. In fact, there are rumors that McDermott may not be the coach anymore in Buffalo. So you guys know where I'm going with this. Baltimore, -3.5. They will run the football. They will quicken this game. They will beat the Chiefs. And Travis Kelce, sorry, buddy. No Super Bowl for you, Patrick Mahomes, etc. It ain't going to happen this year. Baltimore -3.5. All right, I feel good about the total here as well. I'm going over 44.5. Interesting betting system here that is related to conference championships. Since 2002, when you have one team giving up more than 20 points per game and one giving up less than that number, with the over-under less than 48, the over is hitting at a 67% clip. Now, worth monitoring the weather here in Baltimore, we shall see. But when you have these two quarterbacks, yes, I understand the Ravens defense, but still, this number is short. And the Ravens racked up a lot of points a week ago. You got the push there on 44. And you would assume the Chiefs are going to put up at least 20. And the Ravens probably 27. That's over. All right, let's talk about the NFC Championship. Far more difficult to project here, guys. I will be honest with you. A couple of things I want to touch on. Detroit had the luxury of playing at home for 2 playoff games. They are a different team on the road. The offense averages a half yard per play less when playing away from Ford Field, which is, of course, the case here this week. The defense, yet again, has been disappointing. They allowed a ton of yards per play to the Bucs, 6.8. And that was after allowing 7.7 to the Rams. That is not sustainable. Now, on the other side of things, San Francisco, what the heck happened a week ago? They were far and away the better team against the Packers, and yet should have lost the game. The Packers should be in the NFC Championship, and this game should be in Detroit. Now, with that said, you do have to look at the totality of the season. And the 49ers lead the NFL in yards per play, EPA per play, and success rate. The number is 7. The over-under is 51. I will get to that in a minute. Gun to my head, I'm going 49ers minus 7. But I do not feel great about it, especially after watching their performance a week ago. And they historically have dominated the Packers. The Packers' defense is not good. They just fired their DC. So it's like, you should be exhaling as a 49ers fan right now to the fact that you're actually playing this week. So listen, credit to Dan Campbell. Credit to Jared Goff. That offensive line should scare San Francisco, because if Detroit runs the football, quickens this game, and they get a couple of turnovers out of Brock Purdy, which is extremely possible, the Lions are live to go to the Super Bowl. They really are. Forget about the cover. They have the formula, I think, better than the Packers did to beat San Francisco. All that said, the defense concerns me with the Lions, so I will take the 49ers minus 7. All right, let's talk about the over-under. It's at 51. Couple of good systems here that favor the under. 69% system since 2021. Straight up, over-unders above or equal to 51 are hitting the under at 69%. That's it. That's the system. 57% system since 2018. Total over 45 and a spread of 6.5 or more. The under is hitting at a 57% clip. So put that all together. I like the under 51 in the NFC Championship game. Okay, so to recap, Baltimore minus 3.5, over 44.5. San Francisco minus 7, and then under 51. Again, I don't feel confident about the spread in the 49ers game, but really confident about the under in that matchup, the NFC Championship, the over in the AFC Championship, and then Baltimore minus 3.5. So there you go. Short episode. Another episode coming up tomorrow. Jonathan Stewart will talk about the matchups that we have this weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in to Lock It In with Cam Rogers, presented by betonline.ag. Be sure to follow me at Cam Rogers Live. I'll talk to you very, very soon.